What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Dad Needs to Talk. I'm your host, Robert, and today we're going to be talking about a recent release simply named Shy. Now, Shy is a series that the author of it is Bukimi, Miki, and it is published by Yen Press in English, who also provided me with a DRC for it. So, Shy. So this is a series that been on my radar. I guess pretty much since it was announced that this volume was going to be coming out, and I remember back when that info first came, a lot of people were just like, "Oh, it's My Hero, but with just a female MC." But after having read this first volume, and even back when it was first announced, I had kind of took a peek at a few more chapters beyond what's in this volume. But I feel like just saying, oh, it's My Hero with a female protagonist doesn't really do it proper service. Because while I guess for me, the only like real similarity is just that in the world of Shy, just like My Hero, it's just, hey, randomly one day people had superpowers. But that's pretty much it because unlike My Hero and Shy, there doesn't seem to be this crazy oversaturation of heroes and stuff. And so far, at least like in this first volume, we only really get introduced to like a small amount of characters that actually have powers and stuff. The kind of like first bunch we kind of get introduced to is the American hero, and this is kind of just more through like the initial uh, monologue of the setup of the world and what happened to where it was like the world was kind of like on the brink of a third world war when heroes, people with powers started emerging from different countries around the world. And so the few that they mention up front is the American hero Sentry, the Russian hero Spirit, which I like her, uh, and the British rock star hero Stardust. Now, these are just like a few that they kind of introduced early up front. And then, of course, our Japanese hero, who is on the cover, Shy. Now, most of these other heroes that they've shown so far, they're all full-fledged adults, grown adults. But Shy is actually only 14. So she's still in high school. She's still figuring this stuff out. And her real name is Teru Momo Giyama. Teru Momo Giyama. And so the reason why she has her name is because she is legit Shy. She kind of reminds me a little bit of Suleta for anybody that is watching Gundam Witch from Mercury that's currently airing right now. So kind of like that kind of like Shy personality, but with a heart of gold type of character. But pretty much this first volume it just kind of just introductory to these characters into this world, and we've kind of start off with seeing Shy tackle a couple of different problems and stuff that's going around in Japan. Though there was like a really big incident involving a derailing roller coaster where one person got hurt, um, and so because of that guilt, it ended up having a uh, negative side effect on Shy because we kind of find out that the heroes in this world they wear these like bracelets on both of their wrists that they kind of like double tap together to activate their powers or to awaken their powers. But the powers only awaken if your heart is in it. And so, because of this situation, Shy is she's feeling bad, she's feeling horrible, she's feeling responsible for this person getting hurt, despite, she did save them. They're still alive and well, but she still feels guilty for them getting hurt in the first place. And so she's double tapping, but nothing is happening. She's not able to transform. And so this kind of leads her to like kind of being MIA for like I think it was like some months, weeks if not months. And this series, at least like the way the kind of world and stuff is kind of set up, it also kind of reminds me of kind of like a mix of kind of like the Justice League, because the heroes have a freaking base in outer space that is floating around the planet, kind of like what the Justice League have. Um, but yeah, but and I don't know if I would because part of me wants to say that it kind of has like small hints of like some potentially like darker tones, but not as dark, at least like not yet, of like stuff like The Boys and Invincible. That might be like on like the far extreme end of the spectrum. Um, but from the little bit I saw in this volume, and like I said, a little bit that I had kind of like saw a little bit beyond this, there is some danger, there is some action, there is some brutal violence from time to time. But like I said, I don't think it goes all the way there. So maybe like, like I said, somewhere between like the Justice League and those other two that I had mentioned. Um, but anyway, so this volume, like I said, we just kind of just continue to follow Shy's journey as she throughout this volume. We kind of slowly see her meeting more characters, making friends and stuff, getting better acquainted with some of the other heroes, and kind of course, starts to basically figure out more of herself. And with that being said, because the world is kind of more or less seems like it's been at peace for the most part since the emergence of heroes, but in the last year or so, there has been this new character that's kind of been like popping up here and there who goes by the name of a Stigma. He kind of looks like a young boy, but he is basically like a dark entity that feeds on basically the negative thoughts and emotions in a person's heart, and it kind of manifests and kind of like these like crazy crystallized deformities on the person's body. And so through this situation or whatever, they basically end up getting the heroes end up getting their hands, thanks to Shy, on a crucial piece of evidence to kind of help them maybe start trying to piece together who is this dude, what is going on, what other dangers are coming. And that's kind of where the volume kind of ends off, because we kind of get, the heroes coming together. Like I said, thanks to Shy getting this crucial piece of evidence. And we kind of see that, like, in the next volume, we're going to see Shy going through some very grueling training from one of the other pro heroes. And so I like how all of the heroes that we meet so far all have different personalities and stuff. Like I said, of course, Shy is Shy. The Russian hero Spirit, she is very, as her name, suggests, very well spirited because she's always drinking. The British hero, he's the other one we kind of get like a really good look at or whatever. He is like an all around legit rock star where he's always traveling around the world doing charity stuff or whatever, but he also seems like he might have a little bit more serious and darker vibe to him as well. And we also get introduced to this character named Unilord, who is kind of like the manager isn't the right word, a coordinator. She is kind of like the coordinator for like the heroes and all of their efforts. So she more or less kind of always stays in like the little home base thing up in outside of the orbit and stuff. So, but yeah. So Shy, this was a pretty cool first read. I am definitely interested in checking out more of it. And while we don't have a date for it yet, there is an anime that is announced for this coming. And I'm excited because, like I said, along with what I've read, the anime will be done by 8-Bit Studio. And if you do not know who 8-Bit Studio is, they this year or recently they have done the Reincarnated as a Slime anime. They are currently doing Blue Lock, the soccer anime, and slightly older one that I remember enjoying the first season of years ago was uh shoot, what was it called? Irregular at Magic's High School. The Irregular at Magic High School, I believe that's what it was called. But yeah, so 8-Bit Studio is gonna be doing the anime whenever it drops. Like I said, right now we don't have a set date on it yet, but I am always down to see more hero stuff. Like I said, I am down to see more of this character and see what other stuff happens farther down the line. Because I think the manga for this, I think, is maybe like 12 plus volumes deep now over in Japan because it came out in 2019. So it's been going for a few years over there, even though we're just now seeing it here. But but yeah, so this one has some hope. Like I said, it is definitely way more than just a My Hero thing. Like I said, I won't really even mention that too much as a comparison. Like I said, for all the variety of reasons that I mentioned earlier and stuff. So, but yeah, but Shy is dope, and I look forward to seeing what other shenanigans and stuff that this character gets into. As well as like once she kind of like gets more confidence and starts to like really get to tap into her powers and abilities and stuff. So because like I said, with the world kind of being at peace for a while, she hasn't really, and plus she hasn't really had like a mentor or nothing really to kind of show her the ropes. She's just been kind of just figuring things out as she goes. But like I said, with her now kind of getting acquainted with the other heroes from around the world and a friend that she makes as well in this chapter, I think she's about to start making some strides in transforming and like truly tapping into what her powers and abilities can be. So, but with that being said, like I said, check out Shy. It is a pretty dope series. She has this kind of like shrimp looking sidekick thing named Vilio. So, but anywho, so shout out to Shy. And last little thing I want to mention as well, because I talk about this all the time. I enjoy when authors kind of like give like some end of volume thoughts, and so I love like how at the end of this volume the author wrote a handwritten message at the back of the volume. He's like, if you're wondering why this has been handwritten, it's because I have a huge complex about my poor writing. In other words, it's a message to myself to say, from this point on, I won't be afraid of being embarrassed. Instead, I'll go ahead and humiliate myself a bunch. That's what I've decided to do. And he thanks a bunch of people for supporting him. And so it just kind of sweet that it seems like the author himself seems to have a little bit of shyness within him as well. So, but like I said, check out Shy. Like I said, Volume 1 should already be out by the time y'all are hearing this. And we'll see what the future holds for the next volume, as well as whenever the anime drops. So, as always, thank you so much for watching and or listening. Let me know what you thought of this volume, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.